Okay, here we have two 3DS systems. This one's mine and this one's my sister. Today we're gonna do some StreetPass tests. One is distance and the other one is speed. Distance test is to see how far they can street pass each other, and the speed test is how fast they will street pass once it starts. Now, a couple of notes here. They're not street passing right now because one of them has the wireless switched off, and some other things are they both have software closed. All the software closed because when the software is closed, it will street pass more quickly. When the software is open, it will street pass more slowly. I'm going to test the street pass while they're closed because if they're open, it will connect to my internet, and when it's open and has internet, it won't street pass. But when you close it, it still street passes, even if there is internet in range. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So let's begin the test. Okay, here we have a 30-foot measuring tape, and I'm gonna put my 3DS at the end of the line. The wireless is switched on, and we're gonna do this with the lid closed. So this is the end of the tape measure. It's 30 feet away, and if this does street pass at 30 feet, we're gonna try this again at a longer range. But if it doesn't, we're gonna move my sister's 3DS closer until it does street pass. So let's see, let's see. Okay, let's make sure the street pass is on. Okay, street pass. It says just a second. There's internet out here. Well, if the lid is closed, even if there's internet, it will still street pass. So wireless is on. Place it right here, 30 feet, and let's go to the other 3DS. Okay, for this experiment, I'm going to keep the lids closed because if the lids are open, it will connect to the Wi-Fi, but for some reason, if you're connected to Wi-Fi and the lids are closed, it will street pass. It will not street pass if it's open and there's internet. So, 30 feet, and we're just going to turn the wireless on, 30 feet away, my 3DS, my sister's 3DS. Let's do this. Okay, so the wireless is turned on. Let's see if it'll street pass from here. Give it a while. It takes it some time. After you turn on the wireless, you gotta see when it's blinking rapidly to see if it street passes. And oh my god, it street passed at like 30 feet. See the green light? Also, I was watching the wireless. If you see, I was watching the wireless. When it starts blinking, you know when the street pass starts working. So when I saw it first start blinking, it took like about 1 to 2 seconds. So that's pretty fast. It all depends how many games you have that work with street pass. So we're gonna do this at a longer range. Okay, day 2. Today we have two 3DSs apart at 60 feet. I doubt this will work, but if it doesn't, we'll just move them closer until they do. So, here we have the first 3DS, so let's go to the second 3DS. This is where the tape measure starts to mark the halfway mark because the tape measure only goes up to 30 and I'm doing 60. Okay, here's my sister's 3DS at 60 feet, and the wireless is off right now. The wireless is on mine, so let's do this. Okay, the wireless is on. Okay, it started blinking. That means it started street passing. Give it a few more. Okay, as you can see, it is not street passing, so we're going to move it closer until it does. This is why we have the measuring tape halfway. whatever we get on the tape measure, we add to 30. Let's try at 25 feet. Add that to 30, which would be 55 feet. Nothing. So we're gonna move it a little bit, 5 more feet. Okay, 20 feet. This one will now be. Oh, there it goes. It is at 50 feet. So we now know that 50 feet is the maximum. It will start to street pass. 50 feet. That's the limit to how far two 3DSs can street pass. And this is quite far, I have to say. Just look. I actually thought 30 feet would be the limit, but no. And there we have my 3DS, also with the green light. And so this confirms it for the second test. Test the actual speed of the street pass, and I'm gonna hit start on the timer once I flip this wireless switch and it starts blinking. When the wireless switch blinks, it starts the street pass. So I'm just gonna 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I couldn't stop in time, so I had to replay that and find the actual time. Okay, for this test, I drained my 3DS down to almost dead, and I'm doing this to see if Street Pass will behave the same as a full charge. So if you're out of town and your 3DS is almost out of power, you can still rely on it to get Street Passes, and I wonder if it will be the same speed as the last test, where both 3DSs had full battery. So this one is almost dead. This one's like almost full. So let's see the time. So I'm just gonna flip my sister's 3DS wireless light on. This one's on. So 3, 2, 1. And I added the 0.2 seconds because I know I'm gonna miss the first blinking of the wireless light. So I'm getting ready. Let me get something. Let's just charge this. I'm gonna run as fast as I can through next to this DS to see, and run all the way where it's out of reach again to see if the 3DS can pick up someone that's running. So this proves if you're in a hurry, you might still be able to get some street passes. Here's my 3DS. I'm gonna take this with me. Here's my sister's 3DS. Wireless is on, and I'm gonna turn mine on at the end of the path. Okay. Okay, so as you see, I ran as fast as I could, and there's a green light. Let me show you a reenactment of how fast I was running. Okay, so this one may be a pointless one, but here's the concept. I collected every single thing in my house that uses a wireless connection, and I'm gonna put my sister's 3DS at one end and my 3DS at the other. I'm doing this because Nintendo says other wireless stuff can interfere with the 3DS. So I'm putting all these wireless stuff to see that if that's true. So I'm gonna try to make every wireless device use some sort connect to the internet and use some sort of stuff that requires wireless. I'm just gonna put this up right here. Then when I'm done switching up all of those things, I'm gonna flip this switch, and my sister's 3DS the switch is already flipped on, and I'm gonna see if they can street pass with all this wireless stuff. Okay, all of them are on, so let's switch this on. Give it a second. It usually takes a while once you flip the wireless switch for it to start street passing. Okay, it started street passing. Let's see. I don't think so. So let's just go closer. Wonder if Nintendo said other wireless interference stuff is true, or see that once I walk past this table full of wireless stuff, it starts street passing. So Nintendo was right. Wireless stuff does interfere. You can see my last test, this could go up to 50 feet, but look how this is a short distance, so I don't know if you have this much wireless stuff clumped in one place, but they do affect street pass.